Which phone should you choose to buy within a budget of 15,000 in India? Let's talk about that. Welcome to my channel. Hello guys. The best phones around 15,000 in India are Realme 7, Poco M2 Pro, Samsung M21, Realme Narzo 20 Pro and Redmi Note 9 Pro. You might be wondering, since I've already told you that, what am I going to do for the rest of this video? Well, every person is different and their tastes differ. So I'm going to compare these phones in a set of topics and help you find your best phone. Let's get on to it. First, let's check design. Realme 7. Realme 7 has two variants, Mist Blue and Mist White. They have a split design on the back and a single punch hole camera on the top left, the front. It has Gorilla Glass 3 for protecting it and the fingerprint scanner is along the power button. There is a speaker, USB-C and 3.5mm headphone port on the bottom. Its dimensions are as given here and it weighs over 196.5 grams. Next, let's check Realme Narzo 20 Pro. It has also two variants, White Knight and Black Ninja. They have this reflective V design along their back. The rest is almost the same as Realme 7. Look-wise and spec-wise, these both are very similar phones. So we can call them the Realme cousins or something of that sort. The Narzo 20 Pro has these dimensions and it weighs over 191 grams. Next, let's go to Poco M2 Pro. It has three variants, two shades of black, out of blue, green and greener. They have this cut design which has some small line patterns on the bottom part. It's nice. They are also featuring the punch hole in the center. I don't know if this is noticeable, but the placement of the punch hole is a bit downwards, so it can give the impression of a big status bar. It's not much, but just saying. Also, it has a Gorilla Glass 5 protecting its screen. The fingerprint sensor is along with the power button again. On the top, we can see the noise cancellation mic and the IR blaster. On the bottom, we have the speaker, mic, USB-C and 3.5mm port. Also, it has a glass back. Having a glass sandwich design, it weighs over 209 grams. Dimensions are given here. Next, let's go over to Redmi Note 9 Pro. It also has three variants, the Interstellar Black, Aurora Blue and Glacier White. This phone has a slightly more subtle design. Other than this and the back camera design, the phone pretty much looks like the Poco M2 Pro. There is not much design difference and the specs too are almost the same. So again, the Xiaomi cousins. Weighing over 209 grams, the dimensions are the same. Next, let's check the Samsung Galaxy M21. It has two variants, the Midnight Blue and the Raven Black. It has a plastic back and it's a very simple look. It has a U-notch on the front and it's the only phone in this list without a punch hole camera. This phone is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 3 and has the fingerprint to the back, which is also a difference from the phones in this list. And you can notice another thing, that there is virtually no camera bump. The dimensions are here, and surprising thing is, even though this phone packs a 6000 mAh battery, it weighs only 188 grams. That is, it's the least among all these phones on this list. Surprising. If you're someone who uses a cover on your phone, I strongly suggest that you do, then the design of the phone mostly doesn't matter to you. But if it does, the glass back of Poco M2 Pro gives it a premium look and feel. And from all this, I would either select Poco M2 Pro or the Samsung M21, because Samsung M21 is lighter and has no camera bump, and Poco M2 Pro is premium looking. So that's my conclusion from design. What's your conclusion? Tell me down in the comments. Next, let's go to display. First of all, Realme 7. Let's check the display specifications. The Realme 7 has a 6.5-inch Full HD Plus LCD display, and these are the features. The specialty is that it features a 90Hz refresh rate. That's something you don't see in this price segment. These specs are shared by Realme Narzo 20 Pro. Let's check its specs too to confirm that. See, it's the same. Now let's go to Poco M2 Pro. This has a 6.67-inch Full HD Plus LCD display. These are the features. Now going to Redmi Note 9 Pro, you can see that it too have the same specs as the Poco M2 Pro. Now let's see the Samsung Galaxy M21. This Samsung Galaxy M21 is special in case of its display. It has a 6.4-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display. Comparing the display features, we can see that Samsung delivers better colors and battery optimization through its Super AMOLED display, whereas the Realme's give you better refresh rates at 90Hz. So it's just a matter of your perception. Do you want a compact and more efficient screen by Samsung, or a fluid-like display from Realme? It's up to you. Regarding displays, I would select Samsung Galaxy M21. Let's go on to general performance. Realme shows almost best-in-class performance, but it's not steady. That is, the software is not that completely optimized. But having to select Realme, it won't be a huge loss to you. The future updates could change all these issues. So Realme is a great option. Let's check the specs. The same goes for Realme 7 and Realme Narzo 20 Pro. Next, the Poco M2 Pro. This backs the Snapdragon 720G. This is by far the best in its class. Let's check the specs. This is same for Redmi Note 9 Pro. Next is the Samsung Galaxy M21. In this list, Samsung has the least preferable performance chip. So performance wise, Samsung is not that high. Let's check the specs. The Exynos 9611 chip in Samsung is not that bad, but compared to the other phones in this price segment, it doesn't work that well for Samsung. So from this list, for general performance, I would mainly suggest taking Poco M2 Pro or the Realme 7. Next, let's go to gaming. From the general performance, we get an idea, right? The Samsung phone is not in par with the other phones, so it's not a competition for them. Among the others, since Realme has a better refresh rate and since the Helio G95 chip is highly optimized for gaming, I would say the Realmes have a slight edge over the Xiaomi's. But the difference is not that much, so don't worry, you can choose either. Now, let's get on to software. Both the Realmes run in Android 10 based Realme UI. Redmi Note 9 Pro runs on Android 10 based MIUI. Poco has the Poco Launcher on top of the MIUI. And Samsung has the One UI. Among these, I must say that the Samsung has the most cleanest and optimized software. Then comes Realme UI, Poco, and lastly MIUI. If you are concerned about software, then I should warn you against Redmi Note 9 Pro. It is heavily riddled with ads. But Poco luckily doesn't have that many ads. But still, it's a very heavy skin. On terms of software, I would surely favor Samsung. That's my choice. What's yours? Do you prefer more customizations than having a clean software? Tell me down in the comments. Now, let's go to battery. On terms of battery capacity and charging, let's see the list. Realme 7 has a battery capacity of 5000 mAh and has 30 watt dart charging. Realme Narzo 20 Pro has a battery capacity of 4500 mAh and 65 watt super dart charging. Poco M2 Pro has a battery capacity of 5000 mAh and 33 watt fast charging. Redmi Note 9 Pro has a 5020 mAh battery and 18 watt fast charging. whereas Samsung Galaxy M21 has 6000 mAh battery and 15 watt fast charging. So based on all this, Samsung Galaxy M21 has the best battery capacity, that is 6000 mAh, right? But its charging speed is so low, that is it takes 3 hours to completely charge. So which has the fastest charging? Yes, we have 65 watt fast charging for Realme Narzo 20 Pro, but again it has a lower battery capacity, that is only 4500 mAh. So if you're taking a middle ground, I would suggest you take Poco M2 Pro with 5000 mAh battery and 33 watt fast charging. Or if you are charging overnight and want to have juice all day, then you can go for Samsung Galaxy M21. Next, let's go to camera. Let's see the specs. From this we can see that the specs don't offer much difference. The Samsung only has a triple camera, the rest all has 4 cameras. But this is not much of a difference in capability. If you're saying about capability, we can say that Realme 7 has better cameras, not because it has higher megapixels, because the sensor is superior, and in real life it's seen that Realme 7 has slightly better cameras than the others. But all of these cameras excel in different regions, like the Poco M2 Pro has a better manual mode. Anyway, as a whole, all of this software needs some work, and with time we can see which has the best camera, as there is no clear distinction here. From all this, have you got your best phone? What did you have to trade off for your phone? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for liking and commenting. Thanks for watching till now. I'm Bimal, and